Okay. So I've been talking all this time and I forgot to press record. But I'm outside. So these are the limbs I'm going to trim, all the lower ones. That should raise. But I may have to cut all that because I don't want touching my neighbor's house if it raises. So if I cut all these lower branches right here, it should lift up this limb pretty much. And I'll probably have to do the same thing over here. Trim all these. This is a small job. Get rid of those. Get rid of that in the corner where my dog is. So it's 1 minute 6 seconds. So what I'm looking at is I'm making sure that it does more than 58 seconds. Because for some reason, when I did this earlier today, it did it only 58 seconds, and then I just kept going. It was like not a looper, but it was the settings right next to it. You know, segmented, that's what it was called. And it was off. So somehow the looper was on, so I turned that one off. So now it's going for more than close to 2 minutes now. It's at 24 millimeters. And this should not overheat. My Sony's already up there. My Z8 4K footage is already up there. I redid the Canons, so they're live. Yeah, I can't mow the grass yet. I got an electric lawnmower, so I got to wait for it to dry out. So they shipped my lens hood on the 23rd, but that's been delivered yet. And you can see where it's rained so much, some mold. So I'm going to show you a little bit of what this lady came over, said she can set up a contract, you know, for the roof. But you see all these pelts? So we're trying to decide if that was hail or if it's mold, you know, because the wood was so wet. And earlier today, I think off the Z8, I was watching steam come off the wood. So, anyway, that's what she was saying. I thought it was kind of like a mold. It was so wet. It was unreal. And it was raining so hard. And, you know, she's out there playing, sniffing everything. There's a couple of squirrels. They antagonize her, and I can see them right now. See, you can see the bushes moving. But they're in that tree. 2 of them. Yeah, you see the squirrel? Yeah, I see him moving around. So she fights over for the acorns. Trying to hold it as steady as possible. So they're basically jump from that shed in a neighbor's yard onto this tree. And they're after some more acorns. So it's been doing 5 minutes so far. I'm going to see if it zooms. See if I'm doing anything that makes it... So this is the kit lens. I can make it zoom. So now it's at 60 millimeters, okay? This is at 4K 60. And I got it under the X Pro color profile, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, the ISO is a 160, so I got that working. I got another hour and 19 minutes to go. So see, this is all at 16 millimeters. Yeah, she probably got some nuts and she goes in this area. Yeah, now she's going through the doggy door. Yeah, usually she waits until I go inside. So, I bet you anything, since they know that she's gone, and boy, it's black. This cement was just soaked big time. Also, I had a lot of dirty streaks on the roof before all this rain. So it rained hard last week, and then it really rained hard 3 days this week. And you can see the cement is still wet. But of course, this is the north side, so it doesn't get much sun. Cut that baby down, cut those down. I'm looking for the squirrel. They're in that tree somewhere. So now I'm going to put it at 24 millimeters. There we go. We're close to it. And it's been going for 7 minutes, 23 seconds. So it's pretty stable. I think I got all the kinks worked out of it. Everything's looking good. Now I'm going inside. Yeah, recognize the dog. It's at 6,400. So before it stayed at 6,400, I'm just wondering if it'll go up. He sure likes tearing up the bed. I just didn't make it this morning. Talked to a lady, talked to another postal friend that retired. So we had a nice talk yesterday too. And he lives in my area. Yeah, about a street down. Yeah, it's at the end anyway. Go to this main street at the corner and then just make a right. So here's my office in the dark. So this is the last camera. I got everything going. I got my Westcott lamps, so I'm going to do an unboxing there. Yeah, Priority Roofing. Here's my, so I got all of them there. I got the 1-400, the 50 millimeter f1.2, the 85 millimeter f1.2, the 135 Plena 1.8, and the 105 macro, 2.8. Yeah, 2.8. Yes, S, S, S. They're the all S lenses. Top notch. I'm working my way up. The only lenses I'm from the Plena on down, well, actually the 85 millimeter on down is the 24 to 70 f2.8, the 14 to 24 f2.8. That's the VR versions, the S, and the 70 to 200. But I do have the 2.8s, 17 to 28, the 28 to 75, and 70 to 180. So they weigh a lot less. They don't have VR, but if you have it on a tripod, no problem. The smaller ones, if you have it, your IBIS on the camera, they work pretty good. Just have a high shutter speed. But you can see everything's nice and neat. On the auto white balance, I think it's for outside, so I don't think it's incandescent. My voice should sound pretty good. It's at 48 kilohertz, 24-bit, I believe. And this is crop mode 4K 60. Turn off the light. Let's see how it sees stuff in the dark. Yeah, it's sticking at 6400. So for some reason, it worked for a little bit and went, yeah, well, no, 6400 is the max. And I changed it to the high, so what, the 51200? So I don't know why it's not showing. And I gotta get out of here so my dog won't go out either. My car is still wet. The garage is still wet. And it's finally drying out here. So I was supposed to get to Lynn Hood, but it's been delayed. So I don't know if they mailed it through the post office. And they do that sometimes, you know, FedEx, if it's small enough. Or if the guy forgot to ship it today. He sent me one package and didn't know about the other one. So I looked at the roof. She says, yeah. So it may not be hail damage, but it may be old, all right? The shingles are bending over, they're not sticking. So I talked to her, she can remove that, do a ridge vent. And if I want it solar, she said to repaint into a beige or a neutral color. Do all the shutters brown. And then kind of like have a, yeah, you see, I don't know if any birds are drinking from this. And it's not completely level, so it looks like the wind blew it. I had a tree here. It was a red oak. It died. So I cut it straight, but it wasn't level. So I tried to level it as much as possible. And as you can see, with the wind, it even moved that pedestal. So I'm looking at, probably could mow the grass in the front or the weeds. But you can see one is flipped over, so there's 4 right there, maybe 5. You can see where it's bulging. Okay, you see? And then 1 is right there, 2 more up there, 3. 4 on that side. And if I go over here, you can't see, but look what the flooding. I got like a couple of pieces down there which I can chop that up and put it over here. Okay, if you look at the roof, yeah, 1 right there, maybe 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Now you see there used to be a lot of black streaks, you know, when it rained. Most of it's wiped away. It rained so hard it removed all the dirt. Yeah, there's 1 at the top. There's a couple by the pipes. That may be shade. I'm looking at it, I can't tell the difference. So it's at f3.8 right now at 24 millimeter. It's not a prime, it's just and I'm going to take a look at the fence. There's, hi.
You're looking at the roof?
No, I already got someone looking at it.
Oh, I thought you were taking pictures. I'm like, it's back.
No, I'm doing a YouTube video.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, that's awesome. Did you say you already got somebody taking care of you?
Yeah, yeah.
Awesome.
All right.
Have a great day, sir.
You too. Yeah, look at this. So you can see all the mold or the, it's really soaked. And I'm walking on here. Yeah, look at that. Look at all the moss. So you can see it got soaked pretty much. And the grass, look at the grass. But this may be a winter grass. So what I'm looking at, let me explain. So you see? I don't know what happened here. I never noticed that before. I could probably check that nail out and isn't that something? But we're looking at the side of the, all right, you see all these spots? So that's either mold or something like hail or whatever hit against it. And if you can see, with the ground, it's not straight anymore. So I see it curved. Look at that. So it dips right here. That's probably because of the post. So it might be the ground moving, you know, and it's bulging the fence. Yeah. More likely that's what's going on. Because there's the edge of the property. So you can see that the ground moves. I'm gonna have to do something. I try to put, what is it? The kind of like what you walk on the side with bricks. We had some coyotes that can jump the fence, but they also dug underneath the fence. So I prevented mine from digging out, and them, they can't dig under. Yeah, there's the garage. So I'm just walking around. I have the flatter ones, and then I have bricks on top of them to keep the dogs from. Got the leak fixed. You're gonna have to work at the garbage disposal and then the heating element on the master bathtub. But look at this. So this is what she was looking at, and I said, you know what? That might be mold. You know, it was soaked, but you see, it's dry now. But she thought it might have been something just went this way, hit it. But you can see all these knots and stuff in the woods. So it drained pretty good. I can clear it up and stain it. That's my next project after I get the roof on. But you can see right here, okay? So this is still wet. This is dry. That's wet. So it just needs to dry out. Yeah, that should come off real easily. And you can see where part of the board is warped. So we have to look at this part, take this part off, and get a new board. Yep. Yeah, you can see where it was all wet, still wet in some places. I noticed this right here. This is new. And with the water leak, I had a big ice sticking down. So I broke it off and they fixed that. I had to get rid of my hose because that was ruined. Hoses are cheap. Yeah. So anyway, and of course all my camera boxes, Nikon, Sony, Canon, and now Panasonic. If this works out, then I'm happy with the Panasonic. If it messes up again, like on the ISO, I don't know what's going on. Maybe I didn't save the settings, but you see it's going down to 100 ISO. And I've seen it go down to 80 also. And it's, guess what folks? It's been recording for over 20 minutes. So I did another 20-minute video at 4K 60. You can see how everything's nice and neat. But man, it's wet. So I'm using my grocery store again, third time. I was out to shopping, but then I bumped into that lady and she examined the roof. And she says, if I have any problems with the insurance company, we'll help you out. So, yeah, it looks good. Okay. Well, I'm going to finish this video by vlogging. Okay. So, this is the last of the series. I'm holding this up and I'm in the dark. So I'm going to move toward light. And as I get closer, and it's a bright room. So I see with the crop, my face covers the whole screen. All right. That's one way you can tell if you're cropped. And it says an APS-C crop. So it is doing 4K 60, but it's been recording for 24 minutes and 17 seconds. So it's doing its job. So anyway, if you like this type of content, please give me a like, subscribe. Any questions or comments, put it down in the comment section below. I'm hoping this video turns out great. So the volume is good. I'm hoping that it's not segmenting the files for every minute, because if that happens, you know, I never had a problem with 4K 30, but on this 4K 60, something's going on. So anyway, hope that's taken care of. The ISO problem, I thought was taken care of. And if I go here, it's at 1250. 800 because the sun is on me, 640, all right? But on the long end, if I go over here, it's already 1250 or whatever, 400, 500. Let's get by the doorway. Okay? So on the low end, it'll go up to 100, you know, for the brighter part, you know, if it's bright. But if I go into a small area, it just goes to 6400. And I can't understand that. I set it to like 51200 at the max, and it's not there. And it's in aperture priority. So, I don't know. So anyway, thank you for watching. And let me get in a brighter area. And stay safe. Keep smiling until next time. I shall see you then. Goodbye, folks. Have a wonderful day. I gotta look for the record. Bye.